guys, what's up? So, Saturday, just finished back delt isolation routine, and of course I had to start out with bench because, like, when I used to save bench for after back and shoulders, I'm not sure what it is, but I just felt like, and I was kind of dumb about it in the past, like I would try to max out. Anymore, at the very most, unless it's an actual max day, I just like to go up to 85, 88%-ish, 1 rep max, and do sets and reps. So anyway, back in the day when I would do bench after back and shoulders and other isolation, like I just felt kind of impeded because I felt like there was just so much tension on my back and shoulders that I obviously just trained for like 2 hours. So it's kind of a blend of compound movements. It's multi-joint exercises, and I have them for you here. But multi-joint exercises and just light isolation work. I did actually throw in some machine work, which is crazy. I don't remember the last time I did machine work because honestly, I'm a free weight guy. There's nothing wrong with using machines. It's kind of like using the Smith machine versus a free bar. Like both have their benefits. You should stick primarily to free bar. I mean, depending on your goal. If you don't want to step on the platform, then by all means you can use the Smith machine. However, you would still miss out on the benefits of a free bar. Anyway, point being, everything has its place in a routine. Even my gym, best gym, but even my gym used to have a Smith machine over there where the lat pull down is now. Actually, now that I think about it, it's a nice little safety squat machine. I'm not sure what kind of machine it is, but it's a pretty interesting machine. It helps you to work on the technique of being in the bottom of the squat. So anyway, while I'm rambling on about that, everything has its place. Don't criticize anything. You don't know what a person's goals are. So if you see them, doing a variety of things, they could be someone that, is new to it, but at the same time, they could be somebody that just trains differently from you. So don't judge it. Anyway, yes, I started with a bench routine, and then after a few good sets, my working weight today was 265 for singles, and then at the end, I just didn't feel like benching anymore, so because I wait about 5+ minutes in between sets. It just works best for me. But I decided to hit a double on my last set, and I don't know why I look like I struggle so much with these weights, because they all feel pretty good, and I just always make it look harder than it really is. It always feels good. My 345 triple squat the other day, like, that really didn't feel hard at all. I felt like I could have hit a 4th or a 5th even, but yeah, honestly, 3 was the goal, and I don't like to go too much harder than the scheduled goal because it's scheduled for a reason. So just stick with the par when you have something set and just go with that. If it feels good, then that means you're making progress. So with bench out of the way, I don't remember what I started with on isolation. I believe it was bent over rows. And again, guys, like, there's nothing wrong with, going heavy as long as you keep decent form and as long as you, contract your back on those reps. And going slow in the negative, even though the positive portion of the rep, which is pulling the bar to your sternum while you're bent over, even though that is the most important part of the rep, do not just kind of, don't go like this. Really accentuate that negative, because even though it's a pulling movement, that negative has a lot of benefits to your back, to your core, to your legs. That people underestimate negatives in the first place. It doesn't matter what the exercise is. The negative is critical. Utilize it and go slower. Lower the weight, obviously. You're not trying to max out or anything, but yeah, started with bent over rows, and I can go as heavy as 315, but I just kind of felt like that was a little bit more detrimental to my deadlift progress, so I slowed way down on heavy bent over rows and just decided to roll with 135 for working sets, and I go down the ladder. I usually start with 15 reps, then 14, then 13, etc. That's how I actually do my pull-ups. I go 15, 14, 13, etc., all the way down to 5. and I'm not gonna do the math in my head on the spot as to how many total reps that is, but we're just really looking to squeeze the muscle here. I wasn't trying to break any records with weight. There's no reason for it. You're not only more prone to injury, but that really doesn't do any good. It's isolation, so treat it that way. And then I always hit, for my first exercise on shoulders, I always hit either dumbbells or barbell overhead press, because I feel like that's been the biggest predecessor, not only to helping to aid a stronger bench, but also because pressing movements have always been a favorite of mine for my shoulders. They've always helped me build my shoulders, and I don't have the world's best traps, but they're pretty decent for a guy who A, is natural, and B, never hits my traps. I'm not really a fan of shrugs or calf raises, or, you know, I'm not really into all that stuff. There's nothing wrong if you are. I mean, I'm kind of hypocritical there, because I always talk about, you know, training every muscle to make sure that nothing's left behind, and I don't even want to do calf raises or forearm curls or anything like that, but that's just me. I mean, I kind of feel like I'm allowed to get away with that because I'm not really concerned with aesthetics, so they do aid to the big three somewhat, but honestly, I might be a little bit different there, because I've always felt like just working on bench, squat, and deadlift, just putting in the work for those was the best way to go about it. So it's no offense, truly, it's no offense to any girl or guy even who wants to tell me to get on the hip abduction machine and do those for sets and reps to aid my squat. I feel like my squat is progressing just fine because I squat. That's just me. But anyway, after that, I went on to a lot. There was some isolation I did not film, but I was kind of really getting into the workout, and when you film the workout, I feel like there's, you know, less intensity in the workout, and I don't want to miss out on the potential intensity and the progress I could make in my physique and my strength and overall performance. So I did not film everything. However, I did film the necessary sets. So I ended the routine with a very strange twist on an ancient incline chest press, and you'll see it because I will post it in here, but I used it for very, very, very low rows, and I gotta tell you, the lower back is on fire, the whole back really is on fire with this exercise. You don't need to go super duper heavy on it. The range of motion is next to non-existent, but for those 2 or 3 inches, my gosh, the squeeze is spectacular. The whole back is just working together so hard. And you get a nice little pinch of the rear delts there too. So today was a pretty interesting isolation workout, and I actually kind of enjoyed it. I mean, I actually hit arms with pretty decent intensity the other day, and I almost kind of enjoyed it. And it obviously shows that I don't train arms, but when I do, I just want to get them over with. So out of a 2-hour workout, I'll exaggerate that I spent an hour and 50 minutes squatting, and then I hit arms for 10 minutes. Not that far-fetched, but yeah, this workout felt pretty damn incredible. My workouts this week have been pretty good, except for my deadlift routine. That was a complete joke, but I PR'd on deadlift last week at 550, so I really wasn't trying to go crazy on deadlifts. When you PR, you're gonna take a little bit of time to get back into the swing of things, and you're not gonna hit that PR again for a long time, let alone PR over that PR. So I can accept that. That's fine. Anyway, the workout was great, and it was fun to film it, and I enjoy the small edits that I like to do, and hopefully you guys are having a good day, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for staying tuned in. Appreciate it. Have a good one.